Now, coming to the Ashwini Nakshatra Padas. So, you actually know that there are 4 Padas in every Nakshatra. So, there are 27 Nakshatras and 4 Padas, where if you multiply 27 into 4, you get 108 Padas. So, there are total 108 Padas. Okay. Now, coming to the Ashwini Nakshatra quarters or Padas. So, each Nakshatra has 4 quarters that represents the position of the star concerning the movement of the earth. So they divide the degrees of the Ashwini Nakshatra into 4 quarters or 4 padas. Okay. Now the first pada. So the first pada, it ranges from 0 degree 0 minute to 3 degree 20 minute in Aries zodiac sign. So the governing planet is Mars and Navamsha sign is Aries. Okay. The sound, that means the name given to the first pada is CHU. Okay. The characteristics is it's a driven. Now coming to second pada, it ranges from 3 degree 20 minutes to 6 degree 40 minutes in Aries. So the governing planet is Venus. The Navamsha which belongs to the second pada is Taurus Navamsha and the sound is CHE, that is CHE starting sound, and the characteristics can be luxury or practical. Now coming to the third pada. So the third pada ranges from 6 degree 40 minutes to 10 degree 0 minutes in Aries zodiac sign. So the governing planet is Mercury and the Navamsha ruled by this third pada is Gemini Navamsha and the sound is CHO. Now the characteristics are sharp mind. Coming to the fourth pada. So Ashwini Nakshatra fourth pada ranges from 10 degrees 0 minutes to 13 degrees 20 minutes in Aries zodiac sign and governing planet is planet Moon. So the Navamsha sign is Cancer. Okay. The sound is LA and characteristics is empathetic and compassionate. Okay. So these are the different 4 padas in depth or in details. Now, what happens when 9 planets is placed in 4 different padas, that I will explain. Okay. So first of all, coming to Sun. So what does planet Sun represent when it is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 1? So this is the part 2, guys. In part 1, I uploaded what happens when Sun is placed in just Ashwini Nakshatra. You just go through that. Okay. So here I am going in depth. Now, when Sun is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 1, so Ashwini Nakshatra pada 1 is all about driven. It's about energy driving. Okay. That shows that the person who believes in self is a zealous to do any work, and the person who is sitting in a high position in the government assembly, the most powerful in the society, or the one who visits ancient temples, because Ashwini Nakshatra is ruled by Ketu, okay, which means spiritualization, religious things, and all. That's why the person visits the ancient temple, okay, and would have said all things clearly, and the person has good attachment with the spouse, but due to the feeling of pride in him, because Sun means pride, that too, especially in the Aries zodiac sign, it represents ego. So there will be some problems, like the first son born by the person remains in trouble, or but the person remains good and agile in health. So these are the results of Sun placed in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 1. So coming to Ashwini Nakshatra pada 2, that ranges from 3 degree 20 minutes to 6 degree 40 minutes in Aries, as I told you earlier. So what happens when Sun is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 2? So pada 2 characteristics is all about luxury and practical, since it's ruled by planet Venus. So when it's sitting in the pada 2, so this makes the person lot of progress at an early age, and native may have to face some legal difficulties. So if the person lives in any other country than his country, so he's troubled by health or troubled by money and gets non-government help also. There is a conflict with each other in the family of the native. The person earns the money from his hard work, but the person has problems in eyes. Now, coming to Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 3. So pada 3 ranges from 6 degree 40 minutes to 10 degree in Aries zodiac sign. So the characteristics will be sharp mind. So when Sun is in Ashwini Nakshatra pada 3, the person is having full of wealth, but is not able to sit in the society. The person can become prosperous in agriculture because the person is a middleman of land and property. The person works well in his business on his own strength because it is ruled by planet Mercury, the pada 3. Okay, the person doing the promotion is in good health, but the drinker of the person is going to spend money in some legal confusion. Now, coming to Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 4. So, what does Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 4 ranges? So, it ranges from 10 degree to 13 degree 20 minutes in Aries, and the characteristics will be empathetic and compassionate because it's ruled by planet Moon. I mean, the Pada 4. So, that shows that the person has knowledge of spirituality, religious knowledge, is full of farming, loves his family members, maybe the leader of any party or army chief. The person will be wealthless but will be rewarded in society. I mean, like respected in society and likes long journeys. The uh, person is giver and one who feeds the needy person. So these are things can be seen. So coming to planet Moon. Now, what happens when planet Moon is in Ashwini Nakshatra Padavan? So this social in this phase, the person will be thin and short in stature, will not improve in beauty, will suffer from mental stress. Okay, will have some health issues like disease related, or a person can never be successful in love or ruthless or evil of clothes or ornaments, and the fond of beneficiary of the state and wealth will be full of more and more wealth, and the person can express feeling in front of the scholars, or if both ascendant and Jupiter are placed in the first phase, then the life of the person is long. Okay, so which means moon in the first house or moon in the Aries zodiac sign or anywhere in the birth chart, if Jupiter is placed in the ascendant, then person life will be strong. So that's the meaning of this uh, moon in Ashwini Nakshatra Padavan. Now coming to moon in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 2. In this phase, the person will attract people towards himself. Okay, and because since moon will be in the Venus, uh, this thing rulership, under this rulership, because Pada 2 means Venus in Ashwini Nakshatra. So person will be beautiful, powerful, speaking good words, full of wealth, good thoughts, having good children, trusting in God, listening to music, shining in appearance, serving the people. He likes hospitality and attracts women towards him. Okay, so person is smart, like drinking, troubled by women, desires to become a big man, and is can be selfish. So these all things can be seen. Now coming to Moon in Ashwini Nakshatra Padatri, what happens? So person is fair, complex, beautiful, very strong body type, good talker, influences people, is happy with the mind, can become tradesman, and has lot of wealth. Person is very much intelligent because since it's ruled by Mercury, I mean the Padatri is ruled by planet Mercury. So it also represents prudence and walking on the path of truth. All works have to be done honestly. So there are many people who can be suffering from skin diseases like that, or dermatologists, because Mercury is ruled by skin. That's why. Now, Moon in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4. So this is something where person's skin is dry, thin, and stopping. One who likes women, gets fame, gets respect from the state, is happy with the birth of a daughter, and is a believer. If the moon is very good, very well placed, then person can be an officer, administrative service, or in high position government. So this is all about moon in four different padas. Now, what happens when Mercury is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra Padavan? So, in this phase, the person is physically weak, talkative, jealous of people, trickster, not in the interest of friends, can be a slander, punisher, suffering from skin disease, a driver, okay, or subservient to anyone, foodie, fond of liquor and women. Why? Because the Mercury will be in the Mars, this thing, Nakshatra Pada. That's why Pada 1 belongs to Mars. And K2 is the Lord. So Mercury is enemy for K2 and Mars. That's the reason. Now coming to Mercury in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 2. So person is handsome looking, fortunate, prosperous, honest, respects elders and gurus, has integrity, believes in old customs, benefiting from literary works on traditional medicine. Person is trusting in any situation. Person can assume the form of aesthetic after 30 years. Okay. Mercury in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 3. Now, what happens when Mercury is in the Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 3? So, in this state, the person has good thoughts, fair skin, and opulence, good thinker of public welfare, good doctor, and is knowledgeable of herbs like Vaidya, and is compassionate and is a new discoverer in the field of medicine. Okay. Now, it also shows that the person remains happy. If Mercury is in conjunction with debilitated or fiery planets, the person can suffer from opulence or unnecessary nonsense diseases. It shows that it can spread its coverage all around also. Okay. Coming to Mercury in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4. So person is moneyless, characterless, or unsuccessful in business, entangled in love, always give birth to uh, someone who is bad children, or the relationship might be very bad, doing bad dates, okay, bad nature. So it is literally a very bad placement. But you need to check other things also. If Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, what happens? It changes everything like that. Okay. Now coming to Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 1. So the person has a disease related to mouth cancer. So person does bad deeds, fond of bad habits, afraid of fear, and a person is having full of wealth, follows rights of government, but is educated and intelligent. Because of such, people are very much concerned about their own. Okay. It also shows that person can believe in religious books and is knowledgeable in the field of and these things, religious or spiritual things, can become famous at the age of 34 or 36. The native will stand by his perfume and for the help of relatives. Okay. Now, coming to Jupiter in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 2. What happens when Jupiter is in the Pada 2 of Ashwin Nakshatra? Shows strong in physical condition, conqueror of people's mind, majestic, respectable, holy spirit, a follower of a religion, has good qualities, has happy family, land property, enjoy happiness, childless, is one of the uh, thing who understands by listening. In situation, there are many people who are decideful, indebted, and in love with a woman. Why? Because see, Jupiter will be in the Taurus Navamsha, and it will be under the Venus and Ketu. So that's the reason. Now Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 3, because person is very much having beautiful shape, especially face, soft body, clean clothes, and is fond of jewelry, expert in weaponry, respects ancestor, is beyond beauty, having different thoughts. So these are things can be seen. Okay, because Jupiter will be in the Mercury's under, and also Ketu. Now coming to Jupiter in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4, the person likes to stay as a guest in happy mind, and lives with justice, honored by the government, and has a good manners and benefits in petting. Now, what happens when Venus is in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 1? So that shows a person is happy, has fat body, jealous of people, keep the company of bad people, enjoys all physical pleasures, refines mineral studies, driver of an airplane, but is fond of marketable women. Such a person may have trouble with a person with royalty or with the bandits living in the forest. Now, Venus in Ashwin Akshara Pada 2, what happens? So here person has beautiful image, captivating the mind of people, victorious in the battle, a good doctor or Vaidya, related to divine on the soul, having a pure mind, virtuous, having courage. Suddenly someone can be recipient of money from the place. Okay. The beauty of the such person makes a living from the decoration. Now, what happens when Venus is in Ashwin and Nakshatra Pada 3? So person is disease free, educated, a scholar of the best order, going on pilgrimage, having religious views, living in religious places, leader or officer of any department, brokerage, jewelry, or clothes. The seller is pleasure seeker. If Venus has a bad effect, then there is a deficiency in any part of the person. Okay. Now, coming to Venus in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4. Person is beautiful looking, full of wealth, and expert in art, composer of music. The spouse of the person will be having very good qualities and is oriented. The native experiences happiness with the friends. So the woman of this person can love this man very much. Okay. Now, what happens when Saturn is placed in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 1? So that shows the person speaks sweet voice, weak, calm, considered, and has a different moods, does not work in the interest of society, does business in forest department or mineral studies, and does all the work efficiently. Entangled in troubles, there is a change in valor. The person is dark skinned, weak, restrained, grateful, prudent, but indecisive. Now, what happens when Saturn is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 1? So the person is remorseful, heartless, not shame, bad tempered, hard witted, wrong spoken, slanderous, heart patient, skin diseased, weak body, and trouble in childhood. The one who lives in but is happy later and is fond of reading ancient stories. Now, what happens when Saturn is placed in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 2? So, in this phase, the person speaks sweet voice, weak, calm, consider has different moods, does not work in the interest of society, does business in the forest department or mineral industries, and does all the work efficiently, entangled in troubles. There is a change in valor. The person is dark-skinned, weak, restrained, grateful, prudent, but indecisive, engaged in anti-social activities, still middle-aged. Forest matter or mineral trader. Person can be even efficient but full of problems. Okay, so these are the things. Now, what happens when Saturn is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 3? So that shows a person enjoys happiness, increase in business, uh, is fortunate and has integrity to do work according to the rules, wants to become big but has temper and is submissive to anyone. Person will progress in life. Person is satisfied with happiness and splendor and is fortunate, faithful in rituals, ambitious but has bad temper. So person lectures and is full of harmony with subordinates. Because since Ashwin Nakshatra Padati comes under Mercury and Ashwin Nakshatra comes under Ketu, so Saturn will give result in the form of Ketu and Mercury. Okay, in this case. Now, Saturn in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4, the person is attracted to himself, has beautiful eyes, is happy, believes in religion, advises the priest or people to walk on a good path, and is a seeker of new things. If the time of the birth of person is in the night, then person is most powerful. Okay. Now, person has an auspicious site and becomes a land property owner or wealthy farmer, you can say. Uh, and woman does not get married in this case if sun is aspecting Saturn or sun is with Saturn, like that in this Ashwini Nakshatra. Okay. Not get married, it will delay, I can tell you. Now, Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra Padavan, person becomes very strong, has strong body, educated, respect father. Due to the presence of Rahu, the person is strong body, intelligent, and devoted father. Rahu is afflicted, then accident might happen. Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 2 will get into trouble from maternal side. So there is a change in mental stress. The yoga of long journey, I mean, loves to travel long journey, long places, distance places, and plans made by the native. So the presence of Rahu here in this pada, especially in Ashwini Nakshatra, gives trouble and mental illness. Okay, foreign travel can be made. Now there will be also a lot of changes. Now coming to Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 3, person is uninterested in work, gets angry, pretentious, and facing problems in married life. Due to this position, the person becomes humble, not interested in work, or eccentric and philosophical. Person gets very sad about the married partner. Now, in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 4, what happens when Rahu is in Pada 4 of Now, what happens when Rahu is in Pada 4 of Ashwini Nakshatra? So, person is not afraid, courageous, well functioning, and suffers from any stomach related disease. Sun is sighted in this phase. Then, person is responsible due to the presence of Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra. An unknown person can help a person in trouble. So, person is fearless, courageous, hardworking, and suffers from the stomach disease. If it is aspected by any malefic, then responsibility increases. Okay. Now, K2 in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 1 shows intelligent person can be progress in any field of studies or like mechanical engineer and need to get good education. Can be entrepreneur also, becomes more popular engineer. Okay. In Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 2, K2 gives person a middle class life, affectionate with women and is well known society and low standard of living or more attachment to the woman and has good public relation. So Ketu in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 3, the person maintains good behavior with everyone in the society and is a good thinker for the people who help in trouble. Okay, due to the presence of Ketu in this Nakshatra, Pada will interact the people of following trends in this phase and there will be reward for the helpers in the community. I mean, a person if helps, then he will get the reward. Okay. Ketu in Ashwin Nakshatra Pada 4 shows that person lives in the place of birth and lives far away from the family, submissive to others. During this position, the person can get little family happiness and dependent on others. And the age of some of the people is only up to 30 years, but that is not at all true. Okay, but still, it's all dependent upon their karma. Now, what happens when Mars is in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 1? So, in this space, the person is fit, well functioning, courageous, not afraid of anyone, giving trouble to other people, expert in using weapons, tense, busy in work, and hide in fights, virgin of a hater, sadhus. I mean, like, if this person is virgin, this person will hate sadhus, okay, and officer in any department, especially government department, so like that. Mars in Ashwini Nakshatra Padatu, person has a very beautiful image, loves all members of family, respect gurus, speaks sweet speech, has a good job, follows religion, friendly, full of wealth. Okay, like this. Mars in Ashwini Nakshatra Padatu shows person has clear complexion, skillfully conversant, respect guru, has saintly nature, does any work with patience. It also shows that can be broker or selling property or land, can be doctor, like that. If malefic, it give adverse results.